10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Looking to go up top on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
On the run, it's Whittington. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's James. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Whittington. The ball pops out. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. That is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Offense getting set for first down. He'll try the left side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Milrow. It's caught. And he's knocked down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
That last completion still leaving them with a third down. They'll try to run for it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
They'll run for it on 4th down. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He leaves it with his back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. And he missed it. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Well, the upright playing the 12th man on defense, knocking that ball down. That looked like it had a chance to be good.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown tie. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he puts through the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
quarterback changing the plays at the line. Leaves it with the back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Wide receiver shows motion. He wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Gabriel using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Power football with the run. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Oregon.
Now on second down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Grab behind the line. It's Holden. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved, get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into it.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to pass it on second down. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Quick completion to the right. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Got the quick pass. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And he runs a quick out route. Now, this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He'll pull it down. Strong, firm tackle. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Coming after him. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that 4th down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Dances away to buy time. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the defense is fact. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback moving. Catch in the middle. It's Bernard. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been money on 4th down here in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The offense lining up for a first down play. To the air, it's Gabriel. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. But I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back, because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. You look like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. The sure hands, it's Whittington. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the play.
Comes out throwing on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ferguson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Feeling some heat. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. And the Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoops out of bounds.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The give is to Miller. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quickly to the tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. Fourth down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Makes the grab. It's Bernard. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Oregon 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the move, he fires. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell. But good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
Motion from the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking to throw it. Going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he got loose, it was all over. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
And the point after is good.
14, Oregon 7.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Here's the handoff. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where it was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
To throw, it's Gabriel. And the ball is intercepted. Got room on the return. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. He's going to pass on second down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Got his man quickly. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down.
Here we go. Ready?
Try to get it on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama! Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope, but good fight to the end.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
They'll go back to the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid... Hello, everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. But when you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will boot it away to start the game. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. On the ground at the 20. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go right back to him. At the 45, on his way. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thurman. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now and first and goal. They are feeling it.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. First down here for the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wide out in motion. He's going to pass. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
On the run, it's Whittington. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fast motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ibuka. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. And the Buckeyes in the hurry up. Give to the running back. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Steps away to find some room. Trying to make, ball's out, and the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback checking off. Caught in the backfield, it's Ferguson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Has it back, and here comes the offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that one's going to be batted away, incomplete, and we have played 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. Ohio State, 14.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air, it's Gabriel. It's complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The inside handoff. Tackle is made after the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They're trying to get to it. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive reason. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. And they just got to make more plays.
Dropping back, it's Howard. He's moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. So after the first down run, here's second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Still on his feet at the 45. Open runway ahead. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it's finished off with that thrilling 56-yarder for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Back to throw. It's Gabriel. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Third and short now from their own 48. Quarterback will audible. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Johnson. And he'll make his way out. The solid pickup.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's James. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. looking to pass. It's Gabriel. He caught it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. They'll try to run it in. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Tries again to get it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They believe in their running game on third and goal here. That should be the final play of the first half. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Has it back, and here comes the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think...
Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is...
And that pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Ducks! What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The give to the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Second down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Howard. Throws for the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver in the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Getting some heat. And that ball's incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. The offense set for a 1st down play.
Here we go.
Wide out in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. First down for this offense. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line getting set on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. They're bringing heat. He's going to take off. Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And now on 3rd down, they've sent the field goal unit out. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball games.
Listen, I know there's a ton of college football analytics out there, and most of them I don't even understand. I don't know if I've ever seen a team in the first half of a football game attempt a field goal on 3rd down. I don't know if there was confusion on the sidelines. I don't know if they were just trying to experiment. That was weird.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. They'll ride the hot hand. At the 45 on his way. And he breaks into the open. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This guy is having a truly special day, calling to mind the afternoon that Trey Sermon or Eddie George had, putting up huge numbers.
I mean, that's incredible. Just when you play and you put on that uniform and you know the guys that wore it before you and wore it so well, and you get your name mentioned in those L's and those history books, man, it's a good day.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Using his legs, it's Henderson. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Judkins. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback extends the play. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just 1 step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Going up top on 1st down. Sends it downfield. Makes the catch at the 20. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, there was something going on that play between the quarterback and receiver. They were looking at each other. It was almost like they were smiling. The receiver's out to his right. He saw something he liked. He knew he had the post throw, and it was on. Shows you the speed, puts on the afterburners, accurate throw, and it's a touchdown.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Grabbed over the middle, it's Henderson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, looking for the completion. What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Takes the handoff. It's Judkins. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 35, Ohio State 28.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll leave it with him. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Running back searching for a hole. Discards it with a stiff arm. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry up. The give to the tailback. Hard running there. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Catch in the middle. It's Ballard. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And here we go. Down the score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Ibuka. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel it a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that fourth down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the bleeding. They're only up by 1 possession.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Judkins. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Howard. Looking to scramble. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And that's a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got a man. It's James. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
So Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. To the air, it's Gabriel. Unloads to the wideout. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Takes it the other way. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. This is how you make it interesting. Your defense has to come through, has to make the big play, and they do. Clock running out, you get the ball back to your offense. Way to force the issue, create the interception.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good game. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll give it to him again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Wilmer making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. All wideouts, no backs. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
The give to the back.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Trying to get to him. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, going up top. He's going to let it go. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Extra DBs on the field to defend the pass. They'll throw it on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got some room to run. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of look.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim. But this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Ducks will kick it off to get us underway. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Down for the offense. The give to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Scanning the field, it's Milroe. And wings it incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. On the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Well, that's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the...
Oh, he dropped it! Scoops it up, still a live ball. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
And this is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have fourth down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Caught close to the marker. It's Haynes. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the change to measure this one. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Leaves it with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And I want to be a team that can run the football and be physical, especially on second and inches, buy myself some space, coming out of my own territory. The defense met the physical challenge. Now third and inches, this offense needs to be more physical.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Fires to the tight end. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Looking for room. It's James. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll try the run. The Ducks get the first down.
Gain of 3. And first down for the offense. That's the end of the first quarter with the game scored.
The Ducks are flying down the field. They'll go to the ground. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
The back goes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. He's got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the wideout. Got it!
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Quarterback sneak trying to get a push. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Yeah, and they got stuffed on first and goal, and they said, let's go to Old Faithful. Like, let's get the quarterback under center, run quarterback sneak, make this defense stop me. It's such a hard play to stop, and the offense gets the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 78 yards down the field. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak, lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 92 set to kick this one off. Return runs out of bounds.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Milroe. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. These corners backing off a bit. From the gun. Give on the inside.
I like this guy as a running back because he could run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Moves away as he feels pressure. Caught over the middle. It's Bernard. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires on the move. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me 1 too.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires and picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get louder.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Motion from the offense. Power football with the run. At the 35, he's loose. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They'll immediately call timeout. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
All right, QB, I got to trust you, man. You already threw one pick. Now that one probably should have picked. You got to give me a reason to feel confident I can drop back and let you throw the football again. Or else this leash maybe gets a little bit short. Maybe we start warming up the righty in the bullpen.
He makes a catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Oregon.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love how the wide receiver just wasn't lazy on this play because he could have cut that route short, but he knew he had to extend the route to make sure he got that first down and help keep this drive alive.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
To the air, it's Gabriel. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Got it behind the line. It's Ferguson. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
This has been a tight one. Third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Looking for room. It's James. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Oregon! And that one will put them up here in the second half. He'll try to tack on one more.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
Coming out with it, it's Henderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. that Alabama offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Milroe. He uncorks one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this defense has been lights out for the majority of this football game. They did give up a score to this guy, but they know who the big weapon is. They know where the quarterback is going to be looking. So here in the second half, they're going to have a plan for him, and they did on that last one.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's out of bounds at the 5, and what a job to set up his offense.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab on the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play. Grabs it at the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Tide. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14.
Fair catch called for and made. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Pulls and fires complete. At the 35, he's open. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Oregon.
They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Gabriel. He's looking deep. He's got it up to 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Buys a little time. Uncorks one to the middle. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
White 18, Rocky switch. White 18, Rocky switch.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oregon 34, Alabama 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. He'll just keep slinging it. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Alabama! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. trying to get back in this game with that last score. It's a 13-point game as they're set to kick off. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Wide out in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Play callers love it offensively. If you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. When you're in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
To throw, it's Gabriel. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Quick strike complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Sticking out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Out of the backfield, he's open. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Can't get him to the ground.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Using the quick game. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. With jet sweep pass. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives. He'll take the deep shot. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is... Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wide receiver shows motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Feeling some heat. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
To the air, it's Gabriel. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day with that pass. He goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
He wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bama!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the 1st down. The defense was offside. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Looking to go up top on first down. Lets it fly. He got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
Oh, man. Quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there and gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Quarterback checking off. Dropping back. It's Gabriel. He's got him this time. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Puck, he'll take a shot. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. They're trying to slam it in. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
He'll call for the fair catch here. One more play to pad the stats. Defense playing a bail technique. Back to throw, it's Milrow. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the old Ncaa, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash, one team hoping to make a giant statement. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking to pass, it's Gabriel. Got his man out of the backfield. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
They'll give it to the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, 3rd and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
catch in the middle. It's hold it. At midfield, he's got room. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You see all this movement in football now, all this stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running team.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Flips it out in the flat. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
First and 10.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
They'll leave it with him. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. They're trying to get to him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give out of the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he's shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Now on second down. Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
And the Ducks look to keep this drive humming. On the ground, it's Whittington. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force the tackle for a loss.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. This crowd knows when to bring it. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's James. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Motion from the offense. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They're going to run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. so loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They're going to pass on what would figure to be an easy 3 points and instead go for it on 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Absolute shame. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a gap. It's Henderson. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Going to the run to start this second half. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Position, they've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense is
heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Quick completion on the out route. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. The give. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Howard. Good timing on the quick out. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Ball is free. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a big-time play by this defense. You know when it's snowing, not only is it wet, it's freezing. Your hands are cold. You can barely feel the football. So if you can get to that football, put your head on it, or rip that thing out, a lot of times you can force some of those turnovers. Great job by the defense.
Handoff from the gun. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. just feeds the running back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Gonna take a shot. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
What a nice job intercepting the snowball there. The quarterback threw the snowball down the field. Couldn't get it to his wide receiver. Defensive back makes a great play. Tell you what, this snow definitely affected the game.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
He did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. 14-0. Fair catch, called for and made. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? And here's the third interception of the night. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Quarterback checking the play. Wide out in motion. Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. He's going for a big play downfield. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that? The defense comes out, makes a big play, creates the turnover.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. On the ground, it's Henderson. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Ohio State 21, Oregon 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Leaves it with the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to get him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 38.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on first down. The inside handoff. He breaks a tackle. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets the give. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Fast motion from the offense. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it completely.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Unloads it downfield. Snags it on the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Comes out throwing on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Ducks will hustle to the line. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. From the red zone, looking for a space. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
From the gun, the ground game. Smashes ahead. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Allison Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
And they thought about a return. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense getting set for 1st down. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Howard. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd.
Incomplete.
Scaring at 3rd.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than he. Not on this play. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's low. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Got his man quickly. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. He's going to pass. And they got him for the sack. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires on the move. And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Line gets set, first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. After the big first down sack, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds a man on the left. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Reeled it in and just made the house call. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's low. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this point.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Motion from the offense. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long, this one from the 44. Looking downfield, it's Howard. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he'll make the catch at the 15. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play.
That's the end of the first half.
And the Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Lost the defense. He's wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
The RPO, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. To the air, it's Howard. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Fair catch called for and made. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. Second sack of the day. And maybe Joey Bosa and Chase Young and Vernon Golston better watch out. There could be a new single-season sack record at some point.
And when you mention those guys, when you watch the game, they always had their imprint on the game. They always dominated football games, and this guy's dominating the football game, single-handedly making that quarterback have to think, where is that guy? We better block him because he keeps hitting me.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Holds it in on the left. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper was a bolt of lightning, a touchdown pass from 84 yards out. They're just about ready to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Wide out in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. The corners are walked up tight. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Tate. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Going for it all. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, teams that play cover 1 at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Gonna run it. It's James. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. This is your Ohio State 21, Oregon 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. The 40. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the side.
Just destroying his way through the field. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. He's got the back in the middle.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Time to take a shot. He's got it down the left. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he got loose, it was all over. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the catch. It's Ibuka. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Here comes the offense on second down. Now on the option. Bulls his way forward. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Caught behind the line. It's Scott. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. The completion well past the sticks. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. To the 10. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll try the run. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. They're going to ride this running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The Buckeyes are in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
And big-time play by this defensive line. Setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the fourth down. Now, I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And the offense gets the ball back as time expires, and that sort of sums up the end of this one. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.